So you put the salt in the boiling water. Oh my God, our yard's on fire.
What? Mama Lily. Our neighbors are laughing. Alright, so let's get a little closer and see if we can, I don't know, see more. Though it's kind of difficult. Alright, so there's the fire. It's not really a big deal.
How did it start?
I don't know.
Okay, it looked like a much bigger problem from the other side of the fence, so we think it's gonna be okay.
The neighbors are like, problem, problem. Oh, if you didn't get the memo, I live in Congo now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Explain a little bit just how we cook food here.
We don't have a refrigerator, so everything we have is fresh. So we can only buy like meat and stuff a little bit at a time. We only have 2 bongolas, which are kind of like charcoal grills. Makana, charcoal, makana. You have to get charcoal, put them in the bongola, and put them in there and light them with a match, and then you have to fan it to get the fire going. It just takes a really long time.
While settling into their new life, Robin and Wendy took in Sarah, an orphan, who in return would try to help them learn the ropes of daily living in Congo.
Jambo America. Jambo America.
However, even with some help, day-to-day living was more difficult than they'd ever suspected.
I am fanning our charcoal on our grill. We're trying to heat up some water so we can shower, which we haven't in a few days. So you have to gather like these little chunks of stick and then just put them in the center, and then you light them, and then you have to like go like this for a really long time and get them going.
Unfortunately, we haven't had water in like 3 days. And I'm probably starting to smell right about now too, because we ran out of water and I didn't get to take a bath today. If somebody in America could send you something, what would you want them to send you?
I think Easy Mac.
Without a stove, a microwave, or sometimes even electricity, just making a meal could easily take hours. With so much to learn, Mama Lily, a local pastor's wife, offered to help them with their transition by teaching them how to cook the Congolese way.
What is Mama doing?
I am cutting potatoes.
I am cutting the
Potatoes.
Mama Lily is cooking us food because she heard about our story, about how we almost killed ourselves trying to cook the worst dinner on the face of the earth last night. You want to do that?
I don't think so. I might go with that fish too. These women never stop working.
On a night where you make like a really good dinner, like meat and carrots and french fries and stuff like that, I mean, longest it took was 4 hours to cook it.
Everything takes a really long time. I've been out here for probably about half an hour at least. I don't know, this is life. She's really good at making these french fries, and we tried to make them last night.
Totally screwed them up. They were potatoes. They were very oily, crispy potato chips.
The electricity just went out in this room, not this room over here. Why? I don't know.
It's just the way it is in Congo.
Just does that.
As hard as this new life was, Robin and Wendy realized they had a lot to be grateful for. Their local pastor placed them in a feeding center in Panzi once a week to work with those affected most by the instability of the region.
This is Panzi, Bukavu, DR Congo Feeding Center. We are taking care of 60 kids malnourished, and they have 4 meals a week. I think that is not enough, but it helps. And we are very grateful for who are sponsoring us with the money to help these kids through answering the call in America, Virginia.
We just make bugali bread, and it's really, really, really hard. Now I've got lots of muscle because I live in Congo. And all the children are laughing at me because I see a Mzungu cooking.
Mzungu means an European or an American people. Yeah.
White people.
White people, yeah, white people, thank you.
The children of the DRC have suffered from disease and malnutrition as a result of the civil war and unrest that continue to plague the region to this day. The rampant displacement of thousands of Congolese by continued violence in the east make the need for children's resources even more immediate. Feeding centers are able to provide a small number of children with nourishment and serve as a place where they can receive a limited amount of medical care, but much of it is never enough. One child that was in need of more was Marlene.
7 years.
She's not.
Marlene, 7 years.
Marlene is so sick because she has got a problem. During a period of time she didn't have very good food. You can see the color of her hair. It's not really as black as other kids. Now she needs to take some milk and even to go to the hospital, and so that the doctor can take really care of her. But I think it has not been done because of the financial problem.
Through the eyes of these Congolese children, Robin and Wendy had begun to see a different side of their new home. The coming weeks would bring them together with more of those affected by the wars in DR Congo. However, they would have to dig much deeper if they were going to try to help. On the next Congocast.
Today we went to Panzi Clinic, which is where the hospital is that treats women who are victims of rape and mutilation. Sitting there like listening to these stories, and I'm like, that's really something out of like the worst like horror movie I've ever seen in my life. I could even imagine.